Love is like the wild rose briar, friendship like the holly tree. The holly is dark when the rose briar blooms, but which will bloom most constantly? The wild rose briar is sweet in spring, its summer blossoms scent the air. Yet wait till winter comes again, and who will call the wild briar fair? Then scorn the silly rose wreath now, and deck thee with the holly's sheen, that when December blights thy brow, he still may leave thy garland green. This poem sees a rather simplistic opposition set up between romantic relationships and platonic friendships. Romantic relationships are ultimately bad, friendships good. Why? Well, the imagery compares love to a wild rose, beautiful for a short period, but soon to wither and fade, whereas friendships and holly are far more constant and reliable. This poem predominantly uses iambic tetrameter, 4 iambic beats per line. The wild rose briar is sweet in spring. However, the opening 2 lines of the poem are headless, with the initial syllable missing. This results in a more emphatic feel to the comparative statements. They are to be seen as explicit statements of fact, rather than anything more ruminative. As well as being evergreen plants, holly trees have much deeper roots than wild rose briars. Thus, friendships can provide much greater stability and foundations for life than a fleetingly, intensely beautiful romance. The reliability of the holly tree friendship is reinforced by the rhyme scheme, with the adverb constantly chosen to rhyme with holly tree. But of course, we can get carried away by the thought of romantic love, hence the seductive sibilance of words such as sweet, spring, summer, and scent. However, the plosive consonance within line 7 implies the harsh dangers of focusing exclusively on romantic love ahead of friendships. You wait till winter comes again, and you'll find out what a mistake this was. We have but which will bloom most constantly at the end of stanza 1, and here at the end of stanza 2 we have and who will call the wild briar fair. Both rhetorical questions start with conjunctions which aim to challenge or extend our thinking about the relative merits of roses and holly trees, representing love and friendship. The third stanza has a different, less reflective, more forceful feel, as seen in the move to using imperatives such as scorn and deck. It is now time to stop hankering about love. Instead, we should proudly celebrate choosing friendships for the foundations of our lives. Hissing sibilance in line 9 and plosive alliteration in line 11 confirm unequivocally that roses and romantic relationships are the bad guys. We need to adorn ourselves with holly, which after all has a sheen, a shine of its own, just not quite the same temptress allure of the rose. The older stages of our lives will leave us wrinkled, aged and more vulnerable. However, if we follow the persona's edict, we will be left with something to celebrate, something to figuratively wear around our necks, the memories and faithfulness of platonic friendships, still fresh, still vibrant. To plunder the title of a wonderful sequel, here we go again. Planned topic sentences and juicy quotations, which could be weaved into an outstanding essay. We need some specific points about the way the poem expresses different ways in which love can be painful, and some quotations which not only back up your points, but lend themselves to detailed AO2 analysis. Get started, it's pause time. To kick off with, I would write that Bronte describes the wild, bubbly feeling of true love as short-lived and ephemeral, albeit enticingly attractive. I could then quote and explore the opening line of the poem, "Love is like the wild rose briar." Next, I would suggest that romantic relationships cannot be relied upon. The aftermath of a failed relationship is desolation and heartache. To back up this point, I would reference the rhetorical question at the end of stanza 2. Yet wait till winter comes again, and who will call the wild briar fair? Finally, I would intimate that the persona suggests that romantic relationships are ultimately superficial, thus potentially leaving us lonely in old age. This could be backed up by the phrase, "when December blights thy brow." Here's my model paragraph. The persona suggests that romantic relationships cannot be relied upon, and that the aftermath of a failed relationship will be desolation and heartache. At the end of stanza 2, she asks, "Yet wait till winter comes again, and who will call the wild briar fair?" This rhetorical question refers to the period of time in which the rose has lost all its leaves and beauty, and is lying dormant. Given the previous link made between the rose and love, the implication is clearly that exciting, beautiful romantic relationships will inevitably come to a shuddering halt, leaving the participants lonely, cold and unloved, something emphasised by the plosive consonant T sounds in wait till and winter.